Well, since I'm gonna try to kill 12 space, guess we can try and spend our time trying to get the help with repairing as well.
Panzer! 1 Uhr! Entfernung 600 Meter! Rückwärts! Artillerieschlag auf Koordinaten! Delta! 3! Zerschlagen! Delta! 3! Ungültige Koordinaten!
We're getting shot from behind. Well, not we, quote unquote, but the tiger over there.
Ziel beschädigt!
Attention to the designated grid square.
Kraftfahrer, vorwärts! Marsch! Verstanden! Vorwärts Marsch! Panzer! 11 Uhr! Entfernung 400 Meter!
The enemy is getting closer to victory.
Panzer! 12 Uhr! Nah! Ziel zerstört! Wir wurden getroffen! Panzer! 3 Uhr! Entfernung 300 Meter! Panzer!
For fuck's sake! A bunch of imbeciles again with wall hacks. What a fucking surprise. See, nobody got a fucking intelligence award. I wasn't even scouted by the initial M18 that I've killed.
Ziel abgeschaltet! Panzer! 12 Uhr! Entfernung 700 Meter! Ziel beschädigt! Ziel zerstört! Wir wurden getroffen!
What? So you're telling me I'm getting shot by an invisible enemy again? That doesn't have a fucking line of sight again. Really? You just crashed the plane into me? Fucking finally it's dead.
Maschinengewehr einsatzbereit. Geschütz ist wieder einsatzbereit. Kette repariert.
The shots were coming from that direction, but I do not see an M51 there. Well, one just died, but not the one that has killed the ISU 122 behind me. Yeah, nice hacks, faggot. The fuck? Not a single bomb was near me! What a fucking surprise! That's the hacker from the fucking beginning of this shit.
Artilleriestart auf Koordinaten. Charlie. 6. Niederhalten. Charlie.
Right. A Minengeschoss hit to the fucking wing and fucking nothing. Wow! Fucking first kill by a real player! Yeah, and the game is incapable of saving the scale of the map you want it to be.
Request target for airstrike. Attention to the map.
Right. A fucking machine gun on an M6 was able to completely devour my shot. For fuck's sake. Of course there's gonna be an invulnerable tank. Really?
Attention to the designated grid zone. Attention to the map. Attention to the map! Attention to the map.
to the map. Attention to the map.
You can't fucking live without a single faggot on a Chinese account without an aimbot, right? Tens of them in a single fucking fight.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Attention to the map.
For fuck's sake. Hi, Christoph. Suffering as fucking usual. Suffering against load. What? So you're just fucking telling me that a faggot on a Pershing was able to penetrate 250 millimeters of armor angled? What the fuck is this fucking joke? This is fucking nonsense. Oh, guess that's the Kevin from fucking before. There's literally not a single fucking person on the enemy team. Previously, I had my doubts about that Kevin one having something, simply because I was flying too close to his SPA, I suppose. At least judging by the amount of bullets flying my way. But apparently, I was wrong on that in that regard. Yep, and that's the other prick that was able to shoot me down from across the fucking map again. When I was in a fucking dive on a Schwalbe. Jesus fucking Christ. Thanks for that, but I'm really suffering with the fact that the devs are just complete imbeciles. At least the devs of this specific game. This Obi-Wan Kenobi seems alright. It seems like he doesn't have a freaking arcade marker for the bombs. Unlike other pricks that I've met during this. During only this battle. The very first one of today. What? That's a fucking joke. At the very least, it wasn't able to destroy me completely. But still, what a joke. According to intelligence. Wait, what did I get? Oh. A piece of completely useless trash. According to intelligence. At the same time, I'm still trying to kill all the SPAs. I guess we can try and wait for somebody to scout the targets. The Pink Tiger, especially that is a top tier battle, surprisingly. And surprisingly, I cannot cut down the trees with a machine gun, but I can cut down these buildings. Even there, though, yeah, I do agree that they're made of some thin metal. I don't think that should be this easy to destroy with a small caliber machine gun.
Maschinengewehr geladen.
Really? You're telling me that nobody went this way? Even though there's a single point on the map? It could have been a surprise. Oh, there you are. So how the heck did I not kill that Sherman? My shot was supposed to go through its freaking track. For some reason, enemy shots do go through my tracks and track wheels. But mine? No, that's not how it works for me, for some reason. Apparently the game uses completely different set of rules when I am the one trying to play. Nope, that wasn't an enemy tank silhouette. That is an enemy tank, though. Really? I was just about to kill another tank, and you've decided to take out my gun. Oh, really? You have no problem seeing me, apparently? Well, maybe you do. At the very least, that means you're a fair player. Okay, so that was an enemy after all. Hello, hello, beginner. How the heck did you survive that? You shouldn't have, honestly. Oh, so that was an enemy tank. Alright. And now there's another one sitting right behind that M6. What a massacre around this point, honestly. If only there was somebody behind me to cover me. Really? So there was not a single fucking sight of engine sound for all this friggin' time. And it only appeared the moment I was, what, 40 meters away from it? And even my crew of the 150th level aces on the tank were not able to notify me of that. What do you mean by grinding videos? I don't really... well, you may consider grinding when I was trying to complete the Malenia no-hit run, I guess. That was quite a grind. But no, I don't really have any separate videos, basically. I usually just stream the gameplay. If there's a marathon going on, I usually stream that. The only difference is that when it's a naval one, I usually complete the 35k in one day and leaving my second day simply free, basically. Oh, that's a lot of enemy helis. Hey, go away. So the SPG is most likely some... oh. What? Oh, of course, this prick was just looking at me through the fucking wall. Who the fucking thought? We literally saw an example that engine sounds just do not fucking work in this game. And this one, and this prick knew exactly where I was. Wasn't even looking in the direction of the spawn point. Was looking completely at me. What an amazing piece of shit show this is. This is not an average USA main. This is average player in this game that's with a DMA cheats. I was actually planning to kill more tanks and less planes. Well, this is not the only example why this text is over here. Like, I have some clips. Wait a second. Like, which one is this? Okay, let's check out this example for now, since I'm trying to land. That was a hit. That's an Object 279 annihilating on TAM2 IC's turret. Or TAM2 IP, sorry. That's a Tyrant 4 APCR round annihilating on Jeopard's side. A heavily armored side of a Jeopard, apparently. Okay, which one is this one? Huh? Oh, I didn't have that one. Yeah, plane was trying to shoot me down, apparently. Kiki ghosts.
The enemy is winning. We must
No, it wasn't. Ghost is this... Oh, Ghost is this prick that was able to kill me previously? Well, I guess the Q100 was so unfortunate to fly next to the bomb when I was dropping them. I don't think he can repair that. Where is your tail? Where did you lose it? How did you lose it? And that's not even mentioning all the bugs they introduce with each and every patch, and that they cannot fix for years afterwards. It's like, apparently we should be happy they can fix bugs that like break the game completely, like the bug that was messing up with the proxy fuse on the missiles, like the bug that was allowed the autocannons using the anti-air belts to destroy heavy tanks because the shots were exploding inside the enemy tanks and not on its armor. That was also part of the Leviathan's big patch. It's a full down tier this time.
Jetzt wird's ernst, Leute! Mannschaft rein! Klar machen zum Gefecht!
That's a shoot sponsor from one of the battle passes. The armor breaker one, I think. Wait a second. Let me pass through here first.
Artillerieschlag auf Koordinaten. Delta. 7. Stören.
Right. Of course.
11 Uhr. Entfernung.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
At the very least, the so-called teammates were able to destroy both of the tanks besides the C point, and I didn't get a single fucking award, even though I've scouted both of them. What an amazing piece of crap this game is.
Artillerieschlag auf Koordinaten. Delta. 6. Niederhalten.
So that basically an autocannon in its front and a recoilless rifle on the top. That's what it is. It's a light vehicle capable of scouting. The turret in its front has limited angles. And also the recoilless rifle is kinda slow in its aiming. But it's a decent weapon. And you can also shoot above the cover, like these hills for example.
Attention to the map. Attention to the designated grid square. Attention to the designated grid zone. Attention to the map.
Really? But I've got an assist for the IS-3 by scratching its paint with an artillery strike. You shoot at the enemies until they freaking explode. The only difference is that whenever enemy knows that you're behind the freaking wall, that's getting problematic. And unfortunately, that's basically how it usually goes recently. They're literally banning 5k players each month, and they are unable to deal with the hackers. I even review some hackers replay from time to time. Like literally, there was one that I've met on the Maginot line of Maginot. So I've just went for the server replay, found a different replay with the same player, but on the fields of Normandy. And even though the quote-unquote server replay did not allow me to watch his point of view for some freaking reason, he just goes and shoots across the map through the layers of all the bushes that you can find on the fields of Normandy. He just shoots across the map through all these layers of bushes and starts to kill at the very start of the map. I feel like killing gives you the most, even though I'm not sure. In terms of the score points. So basically, yeah, this is... I also saw a video that was stating that this is the most anti-social team game. And I completely disagree that this is a team-based game at all. It only becomes one when you're playing with a squad with people that you know, and you're constantly communicating with each other in a voice channel, for example. Like I do play with it with my squadron from time to time. But the dailies, I usually do them quite early, and without them. And that's basically a solo game this way, because there is no team play. Everybody's everybody's on their own.
Artillerieschlag auf Koordinaten. Foxtrot. 3,
Bestätige Koordinaten. Abgemacht. Feindbefeuert.
Apparently there's a plane that I did not see for quite some time. Come on, come back. I'm gonna greet you. Oh, right, and recently, apparently the quote-unquote grenades with 108 grams of TNT are now unable to one-shot the plane. I was constantly getting quote-unquote hits when a grenade like this hits a wing, a fuselage, or something like that. It just says hit, and the plane just proceeds flying away on its way. But apparently it didn't work for this one, and cut off its tail immediately. Yeah, I basically have everything in terms of the vehicles that were taken out of the German tech tree. The Panther 2, the Mouse, and the King Tiger 105. Ow. Really? You shot me without a line of sight? And was unable to do anything. Unless he hit these pieces of metal on the top, I guess. Right, why would you need a line of sight? There's no need in one. Yeah, I can play some mouse.
Air 190. Height 500 meters. Keep it up and victory will be ours. Request air recon.
Hey, Pedro.
Request air recon.
Did I not change it? Yes I did. What's wrong with the date then? Right. Of fucking course. Oh, this is gonna be awful. Cool down there.
Bereitschaft herstellen.
Kraftfahrer bereit.
But I guess we can try and go towards the B point. What news are you talking about? I'm reading a shitload of news. Overshoot, it seems?
Panzer. 12 Uhr.
If only I've landed that one.
Wir wurden getroffen.
Would have been an amazing shot.
Panzergranate geladen.
Okay, there seems to be an enemy over there.
Height, 300 meters.
What?
Forces have captured a zone.
Wir wurden getroffen.
Oh, that's a drone. Well, that's whatever. For a second I thought they have a plane already. What? How? I did not expect to kill an object 122 like that.
Attention to the designated grid zone. Panzer. 12 Uhr. Entfernung 400 Meter. Panzergranate geladen.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Attention to the designated grid square. Attack the B point. Wir wurden getroffen.
We have most of the zone.
Panzergranate geladen.
Really?
Panzergranate geladen.
Damn it, I was hoping to kill that tank. Not the Panzerhaubitze. I thought it was about to cross this place.
Panzergranate geladen.
Really? You're trying to tell me that my shots do not work through the walls? Through the windows? Sorry?
Panzergranate geladen.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Unfortunately, the whole game is a friggin' quote-unquote snail moment. Really, so the enemies are basically invulnerable to heat shells. Okay, finally. What an idiot. Oh, of course, and my shots apparently do not fucking work. That was a direct shot of a 128 millimeters on that XM bug, and it did nothing basically. It apparently killed the crew member by an accident, it seems.
Wir wurden getroffen.
The freaking shot is almost the size of the vehicle. How the heck it did no damage? Is that a locust? Oh no, it's an M18. Well, close enough. A loader? Really? Another faggot to report in each and every single fucking fight.
Panzer, 8 Uhr. Entfernung 700 Meter. Panzer, 12 Uhr. Wir wurden getroffen.
Really?
Ziel zerstört.
And I didn't hear its engine as well, even though... What's the distance? We have a laser rangefinder 75 meters away from me. And I had no clue he was here.
Artillerieschlag auf Koordinaten.
Ouch.
Wir wurden getroffen. Ziel zerstört.
At the very least, it's something outside that's on fire. And not my vehicle itself, somehow. Yeah, I do agree, that was really lucky. At the same time, did you see how many shots did it take to kill an M18 that doesn't have any armor as well?
Panzer, 8 Uhr. Entfernung 300 Meter.
Well, to be fair, like 3/4 of it, because I did spend a quarter on a XM vehicle. XM, which whatever the name it is, I don't remember all the number IDs of all the vehicles. You know, if I'm gonna be quick enough and we'll be able to decap the B point, Maybe I'll even gonna be able to drop a nuke here. But I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. Especially since enemies will know that somebody was on the A point and gonna be looking this direction.
Attention to the map.
Somebody was already shooting at the Divider.
Attack the C point.
Panzer. 2 Uhr. Entfernung.
Oh, that's a heavy one. I won't be able to penetrate that. Oh, really? We're decapping the C point.
Wir wurden getroffen.
What the heck was that shot? I feel like somebody was trying to shoot me through the wall. Hey, and I even got the intelligence award. Okay, that looks like an enemy tank.
Schützenpanzer. 10 Uhr. Entfernung. 600 Meter.
How the heck it didn't deal any damage? Ah, damn it. Oh, really? I thought that was like 4,000 pound or something.
Artillerieschlag in diesem Sektor.
Okay, that was pretty dumb of that guy. The problem is there's way too many enemy planes in the air, so we gotta deal with them first. Otherwise, I'm not gonna reach the battlefield. At the same time, enemies are losing their tickets, so I may won't be able to won't have enough time to drop it. Okay, let's go. At the very least, we have a Canberra here. Which is, I think, one of the best nuke bombers, if you consider the battle ratings for each bomber. Well, it wasn't the first. It was first today. It wasn't the first the first mouse battle completely. As you can see, my mouse is even has even aces on them, and I did not really buy the aces, except for the Blomen was 238. See, I don't have enough time. The score points just went down immediately. I play air battles only when there's a marathon going on for an air vehicle. That's basically the only time when I do that. Oh, somebody did scout something. What? Oh, that's arcade. I really like that. 13 air targets destroyed. I do remember one that I've killed a Mi-24 with the 75mm cannon. I honestly don't remember the rest of them. But that's not really a problem either. Hope it's like that. No, it isn't. No? Come on, give me the Panther. Have 8 here, 14 here somehow, 9 here. And there are some legit cannon shots, as well as I do remember one kill with the 10-5. I was able to shoot a Pier 2, I think, or something like that, from a kilometer distance or so. Wait, I even have a pretty nice shot not so long ago. Well, in terms of the Mi-24, there was a really low flying Mi-24, and mouse gun has actually pretty nice ascension angles. Where is it? X-ray, X-ray. See, plus 23. That's pretty high to this cannon, in my opinion, at the very least. Also, that was far from my first nuke either. Which one it is? Oh, almost an anniversary, basically, I guess, if you celebrate them every 50. But I still need more space. Well, even though I do think I did can take credit for, say, quote-unquote saving the game, I feel like there was another one that, well, first of all, there was a guy on a completely different flank that was going for the C point and started to decapture it. And there was and there was another one that was basically following me on the A point. I think it was the A point in the north. And while I did help by killing that XM next to our spawn point and that M18, I feel like that was an overall pretty nice game. Which is quite a rare occasion, I think, in my opinion. What the heck is that? Thomas. Yeah, the problem is, apparently Gaijin do not have any game map designers. Seems like they have only cartographers at their disposal. And they're trying to basically turn real maps into the gameplay ones. And that doesn't really work. Yes, I do. Turn Tiger is a pretty fun one. And I have 2 air kills as well! This one decided to leave the game even. That bad the maps are, I think. I don't know. Well, first of all, there's a machine gun in its front. At the same time, the explosion of its rocket is quite massive. So maybe I shot an obstacle in front of me when a plane was passing by. I feel like that should be one of the kills, at the very least. And I hope that the other one is a machine gun. Like, I don't know, I've scraped the plane a bit with the machine gun and it went down to the ground, so it gave me the kill. But I honestly do not remember either of them. I honestly have some pretty nice air kills with quote-unquote best SPAA that I call is the Type 99 Japanese SPG. But I even was trying to send the episode with that to the Thunder Show, but I didn't get any additional episodes apart from that one naval one from years ago. But at the very least, I've got that one. Well, everything is an AA if you try hard enough. And yeah, SPGs with the proximity fuse are the best AAs in this game. the heck was shooting at me from the left? You?
Panzer! 10 Uhr! Entfernung 300 Meter! Panzergranate geladen.
Really? A Hori was able to survive all that. At the very least, it didn't really deal any damage to my tank. Guess I can be thankful for that.
Panzergranate geladen.
Attention to the designated grid square.
The enemy is controlling most of the zones.
But recently also, I've experienced firsthand King Tiger's 88 shell penetrating the said Hori directly into its battle compartment and dealing absolutely no damage. I've told you there's a Hori, and you're still getting yourself killed.
Panzergranate geladen.
Oh, that's where you are. Really? It wasn't enough? Ugh. Die already. Why the heck there's a heavy tank all the way behind me?
The enemy is winning.
Honestly, actually, the 75 mil, it was
Panzergranate geladen.
decent previously with 90 millimeters of penetration, but they've buffed it for some reason. So now it's able to penetrate 115 in a direct impact, as you can see here. So it's even better than it was before.
Panzer! 7 Uhr! Entfernung 350 Meter!
Really?
Panzergranate geladen.
Geschütz einsatzbereit.
Really? That's a freaking nonsense. A shot like this explodes inside the turret, and apparently it's unable to reach any ammo? How the heck my King Tigers are getting exploded in its ammo rack in the back of the turret, being shot from its freaking front? Mouse is a relatively fast vehicle, honestly. Because it has an electric transmission, it's basically capable of going back and forth at the same speed. So it is a surprisingly fast vehicle. In that regard, at the very least.
Panzergranate geladen.
It's such nonsense, honestly.
The enemy has most of the strategic zones.
Sie wurden getroffen.
fucking what? How the fuck that didn't penetrate? Well, another faggot to freaking report. What a freaking surprise. That's honestly not something hidden. That's literally in the channel's description. But I'm from Russia.
Panzer, 3 Uhr. Entfernung 400 Meter.
I mean, it's still in the channel's description. You've got to go back all the way back, basically, to the channel itself. But I do understand that some people a little bit more secretive, I guess. And unfortunately, there's more reason for that,
2 Uhr.
thanks to
700 Meter.
the government's decisions.
Panzer, 2 Uhr. Entfernung 550 Meter.
What? Well, now we have another hacker in this shit show. What a fucking surprise. Yeah, just so you know, do not ever use the Type 60. It's a completely useless piece of crap. And you just saw how it was unable to shoot me in an open.
Attention to the map.
Panzer, 2 Uhr. Entfernung 300 Meter. Panzer, 10 Uhr. Nah.
Really? So you're telling me I was able to destroy your gun barrel and you were still able to shoot me? And for some freaking reason I cannot shoot my Milan at all anymore? Why the fuck? What a fucking joke. Again and again and again. Well, people say it's somewhat different, and I guess I can agree to some degree. But that also may depend on what is your native language. Because I would say that people with maybe Spanish roots can customize a little bit more easier to that, because if I'm not mistaken, the Spanish is also gender based. So you build and change your words to build sentence based on what's the gender of the word is here and there, to join the words together to build a sentence, I guess.
Aufschützen! Und bereit machen für Feindkontakt! Klar machen zum Gefecht! Kraftfahrer bereit! Richtschütze bereit!
I would like to go towards the 8 point.
Sorry.
Attention to the map.
If your base is English, yeah, that may prove a little bit more difficult than, I guess, other options. It's really cool how I'm able to penetrate that, but my mouse does not have any armor apparently. Well, that's actually was one of the reasons why I decided to start streaming. One of the reasons was to record the stuff that I experience here, and the other one is to practice my English, basically. Even though it's not really that often that I can see people coming by. But people do come by, here and there. And we can talk about while swearing at this game. Or maybe experiencing some better games, which is more preferable, honestly. But at the same time, I'm basically quote-unquote veteran player of this game. And I've been playing completely free. And I've got the battle pass basically for free as well. So I kinda hooked and cannot leave the game because of all of that. Yeah, there's a lot of games. I did abandon Overwatch though, but I did play some Helldivers yesterday with some friends. I've also played. I've completed Replicant. I've completed Drakengard 3 here. Unfortunately, I do not have a walkthrough of the Outer Wilds, which is, in my opinion, one of the best games there is. So if you didn't play it, go and play it, especially since there's a it's on sale, I think, on Steam at the moment. Damn it. Okay, now I do need to repair. I am very chill unless I play this game, at least in my opinion. That's basically the only thing that I hate, that's the unfairness, I guess? Or in this game also the inconsistency. Like, I do not have the text you see on the top of the screen in every game I play. This is the only one. Oh! And what's the name of that thing? I forgot. The Forge? This is kinda dumb that you can quote-unquote hit an enemy with a shrapnel like this. Somebody's trying to assault the point, it seems. What? Where did that came from? I do not have Minecraft. I did try to play it long ago, and I did not find it interesting at all. Horror games? I do have the walkthrough of Side. It was an interesting one, but I cannot say that I was scared. It was an interesting story, though.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Panzer, 12 Uhr. Entfernung 500 Meter.
Also, why the heck the world hates the French so much? I've been seeing a lot of quote-unquote anti-French memes. I feel like it's some kind of a French hate meme, and I do not understand why the heck it's here to begin with. I would say it's both Germany and Japan. Really? It exploded Like that?
Care! 270. Height! 100 meters! We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
Unfortunately, in my opinion, even though this weasel is quote-unquote
9 Uhr! Nah!
SPA, I do not consider it to be a good one. How the heck did they kill a gunner? Okay, I killed that guy. What? Okay, that was a surprise bomb. Damn it. A bit short on score points.
Heute ist nicht unser Tag. Rückzug und neu gruppieren, Kameraden.
Problem is, I'm not killing any SPAs, even though that was my plan for today. Let's actually do this then. Ouch. I've kicked my table. Amnesia? No, I didn't play that one. But the other problem is that my second daily objective is to kill by somebody else's intelligence, and I feel like people not gonna be able to scout anything on these ratings. I mean, it wasn't the problem itself. The problem is that I cannot reach the enemy SPAs, I guess. Although I did kill 3 while trying to play the Tiger preset. Well, yeah, but the plan was to use a bomber either way to find the SPAs. The problem is that the first radar-based SPAs appear on these ratings. That is the biggest problem, I think. And the other one is that Arado C modification is much heavier than the B1, although it does have additional thrust, thanks to its twin engines. But still quite troublesome. Really? Direct hit to the gun barrel and nothing? Okay, they did kill the Panzer over there. Even though I didn't get my scout again. Damn it. That was my mistake. Really? I'm getting the intelligence awards, not the according to intelligence, unfortunately. Maybe I should already get and switch to the P7. Well, that depends. There are like some educational videos that are interesting, they're like comedy, etc., etc. There are movies after all. They're kinda rehearsed and edited. A lot of editing on them, actually. But that's a completely different stuff. How the heck it didn't die after the first hit? It doesn't even have that much armor anywhere. Thankfully, the Browning is still capable of destroying the Puma. Oh. Really? There was one all the way behind me? Interesting. Favorite tank? I would say it would be like a Type 99 for the Japan. Previously it was the Type 75 SPH, but now since we have a better one, it's gonna be the Type 99, I guess. Wait, which thing? My Type 99? You don't like it? Get one and you'll love it. It still doesn't really have enough protection from the enemies, so you'll have to survive other way. Stop killing SPAs. I need SPAs for myself.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Attention to the designated square.
Oh, the Sev! Yeah, that's like one of the main Wallet Warriors weaponry. On the same level of Storm 3 and the Samoa. Yeah, guess nobody's capturing the A point. At least nobody's from the enemy team. Oh, look, an SPA!
Victory is close.
And 60 kilo bombs is all you need. That's 20 kilos of TNT. You can even just land it next to an enemy. And to an open-topped enemy, honestly, but still, it's gonna obliterate the SPA. Which is why, in my opinion, this is the best setup for the SPA hunting.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
And a direct hit of 20 kilos on the tank will destroy the tank. And this B7 is also equipped with a bombing aim, which is basically perfect. Allows you to pinpoint drop the bombs on the enemy tanks' heads. Which you can see what I'm doing. And it's also capable of doing this. quite a perfect plane in my opinion. Especially for its rating. It is a slightly better one because it's a another battle pass example. But even the base tech tree one is pretty good. The only difference is that this plane has some additional horsepower in its engine. And yeah, I agree, it does make it not noticeably better, I guess. It doesn't turn it into an all-killing machine though. But I do grind the air marathons with this one. And you can understand why. I guess. Even though it's low tier and provides you with less modificators, well, smaller modificators, for the score point progression. The battles themselves are not that awful, I guess, and bearable.
The enemy controls most of the strategic zones.
Well, it won't be able to outmaneuver a Spitfire, for example. Obviously. But you won't meet zeros for obvious reasons, unless there's gonna be a premium one for the China or USA, I guess. But it's not that often that it happens. Another SPA, it seems. Or not. Yes, it is an SPA. Do they have more?
Allied forces have captured.
What are you? Oh, that's a martyr.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
I think I saw some tank moving towards the 8 points. Hello, hello, Bromley. What exactly do you mean? This plane specifically, or the preset that I'm using at the moment? Or this battle? Oh, there's a Sav riding somewhere. Also, what's funny is the SAV is also an open-topped vehicle. So we're dropping a bomb next to it, we're gonna demolish it completely. And there it is. And there it's no more. So the plane is 3.7. The battle and the preset is 4.3 though. Yeah, here's the preset, and it's 4.3. Wait, what do you mean 2600? What the heck is that? What points are you talking about? Oh, spawn points. Yeah, if only I had access to the nuke this on these ratings, I would be able to drop one. No, I was playing Germany before, but because my special task is to kill SPAs, I've decided to switch to this preset because it's just a way to go to bomb the SPAs. I feel like I've killed at least 4, maybe 5 during this battle only. What the heck is going on with the graphics? Was my camera jumping up and down under the ground? And also, it doesn't mean that you have to have the same nation in a squad. And considering the fact that Japan is not as popular as USA, Germany, and the USSR, it's kind of very easy to get into a squad with Japan and some other nation. Like, it's no problem at all. So yeah, it was 4 kills. Is that you? I'm not sure if it's you or not, Bromley. I need 12. Well, 5 now. But I did 4 in one battle, while not killing any in several consecutive battles. Because 60 kilobombs are pretty much perfect to drop on SPA's heads from afar. From afar, in a dive, with a bomb aim, it's pretty easy. Now that I think about it, I've dropped 10 60 kilo bombs. Did I miss any of these bombs? I feel like I've landed all of them. Did I? Didn't I? I feel like I did kill 10 ground vehicles with 10 bombs. Yeah, that's basically the perfect example. It could have been slightly better if there was a group of enemies, of open top 3 enemies standing next to each other. But that's basically the perfect flight, I guess, for the P7. And I also was able to shoot down 2 additional planes, one of which was a fighter plane. And the other one was a German duck. Even though it's more of like a flying X or a flying log, simply because of how weak the engines are. And even though, yeah, the cannon itself is pretty good, the plane itself is so weak. Honestly, the Ki 109 in the Japanese tech tree is much better. I honestly don't understand why the heck the devs have decided to drop it down that heavily. I've hit a gun barrel? Oh well, good. Finished by the SPA. Come on, shoot. Or not, and get killed. Yeah, at the moment its engines are getting slightly damaged. It's starting to go down, slowly but surely. And that's not even taking into consideration the fact that it's always going down, honestly. That is how heavy the plane is and how weak the engines are. But it is a decent ground killer, I guess, in this game. But it's far from perfect. I don't think I have a 9.0 in the basic tech tree. I do think I have some higher level vehicles in the US tech tree, but they're mostly either squadron or squadron or an event vehicle. What you doing, Chaffee? Not got hit by my own artillery. Okay, that one's dead. But judging by the sound, there's still somebody in there. And the Panzer over here. Oh, I guess it was a KV. And at the same time, the Key 109 is much more comfortable plane. At the same, I really don't understand why the heck did they move it this low. I guess it wasn't performing well at its own battle rating. It was like rank 3 at 2.7. But now it's at 2.0 at rank 2, I think. But I suppose people were trying to use it in like real air battles, while it's not a great plane killer. Unless you're chasing down the enemy bombers, I guess, and you can do that because it has a kilo of TNT in its HE shell, so it's basically a one-shot. It's much better than any Pultzerstörer in that regard, and there's still a decent amount of explosives even in the AP shell. So it is a great, it's a much better ground killer than the Henschel 129. Too high. Oh, come on! I feel like that should have been relatively close. Ah. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm not gonna get any SPA kills in this battle. Yeah, it's going down finally. At least I've got an assist. Yes, you can! I did try to explain the matchmaking works on popularity poll, basically. So, playing a very unpopular nation, like Japan, for example, it's not gonna really affect the matchmaking a lot. Basically, with any other nation. If you're gonna stack more nations in a squad, that's gonna become a problem, though. But if it's it's only 2 people only, so that's not gonna be a big problem in that regard. Because of that. Yep. And previously I did use the key 109 for objectives, but since it's moved to rank 2 now, it's practically useless because you need a rank 3 vehicle and above to complete it, as well as the same goes for this objective. No, I think I'm gonna just continue with this to try and finish off the SPAs. I mean, it was better previously as well, because previously the golden wages were not as well. They were present recently. Now you can get them only if you get a trophy box out of the battle pass, and you already have all the vehicles from the previous battle passes that are included in this current trophy box. So instead of getting the vehicle, you're getting the gold wager. But previously they were just dropping from weekly logins, I think. I think they weren't really dropping from I don't know, from the battle trophies. But they did drop from some of the logins. That's when I was able to get enough gold for that, I guess. So yeah, that's if you didn't know, if you're new to my War Thunder streams, this is a completely free-to-play account. The Chino 2 is from Warbound shop. The Battle Pass was bought on the gold that I was able to get from the Thunder show. And previously golden wagers were a thing, and I was able to get some stuff out of that as well when it was available. What the heck are these two doing? Okay, the concept was able to scout an enemy up in front of me. Nice artillery hit on a Su-152, on a very unlucky one. Considering the amount of armor that vehicle had, guess it was a direct hit. Did you know that if you have more than 2 vehicles, you can flank the enemy? Really? Well, not exactly. I saw the enemies fighting each other at the same in the same place because they were in a somewhat stalemate position. So I've dropped an artillery strike over there. And also my crew consists of aces. So the spread is slightly tighter. So it's one on top of the other, on top of the other one. Gives you some artillery kills. When enemies are sitting in the same place for long, when they're open topped especially, is much easier to get artillery kills as well. So that's a KV-1. This is not a KV-1. Eight kills. Okay, see you next time.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Bromley. Yep, that's what this game. What's the word? What's the phrase? Turns you into? Somehow? Yeah, going back into my aim was not the ideal solution from you. Yeah, but on the kill log there was a KV-1. Yes, the ally that was going left was able to finish off the KV, but got killed by the Panzer IV. Because the KV-1 did kill the concept, I think. I was actually trying to protect myself by turning my engine to the enemy, and that KV was not... had very bad timing for me, but unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to land a proper shot at me. Ouch, what? How did I survive that? I don't think I should have survived that shot from the Sturmgeschütz. Oops, wrong button.
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
I'm trying to find the enemy SPAs, but all I find is enemy medium, heavy, and SPGs, and not a single SPA. Oh. Hey, that's an SPA! Would you look at that? And it's running away. Yep, it ran away. And it's about to get killed by somebody else. Ouch. Okay. Yay, an SPA kill. God damn it. Yeah, I did think it's gonna end up in that, like that. Why are you not coming at me though? See, I have another nuke ready, basically. Oh, crap. Ouch. I'm a survivor, not really, but still it counts. Did kill a single SPA. I need more. And thankfully I was able to kill somebody that was scouted. Yeah, that was a really nice one. The Chino 2 is basically a Panzer IV analog, I guess, but it's slightly smaller. Other than that, the cannon is basically the same, the shells are basically the same. It's like only slightly thinner. And I feel like it has less armor than the Panzer IV. But everything else is basically the same. And Panzer IV is a very decent vehicle in this game, especially on its own battle ratings. Especially considering the fact that Panzer IV, what? They're like 3.7, I think, while the Chino is 4.3, and it still gives you enough firepower to kill this many enemies that you just saw. Okay, I would need some additional explanation on that. TD is in my head is tank destroyer. I don't see a tank destroyer around. Also, even both Jagdpanzer and the Sturmgeschütz have the same cannons basically, and the same shells as Panzer IV does. Is that what you mean? And as I've mentioned, I'm quite surprised that, first of all, the Sturmgeschütz didn't kill me, and the shell from the Jagdpanzer did not kill me as well. Yep, there's an enemy right there. Yeah, right there, behind two buildings. I thought it's like behind this one. Okay, maybe I'll be able to flank that guy. Unless I'm gonna get shot from the left. Yep. Flank successful. What the heck was that? Oh, that's what it was. Wait! So you can just rewind the recording, I guess. And see how my binocular crosshair was basically on the T-34, and the scout didn't work, and now it's in a long ass cooldown, even though it should have scouted. But just a couple of minutes before, I was able to scout an enemy through several layers of buildings. How does that make any sense? Damn it! I was actually about to kill that one! I feel like I hear an enemy somewhere in here. Okay, let's scout. Yep, it's there. Also, we have a bunch of chefs in different tech trees, but some of them are rank 2 and others are rank 3 with no What? I was hoping to destroy its cannon, not the whole freaking tank, not the whole freaking KV. Ah, damn it. Okay, but finally I can switch back to the B7. But first I'll have to take care of the Corsair flying around. Hopefully there's gonna be only a single enemy plane in the air.
The pressure on. Victory is close. Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Well, almost. First I've gotta take care of the Corsair first. That's way too many firsts. Either way,
Attention to the map.
well, apparently our SPs are able to shoot at the enemies. Wow, that was kinda painful. But at the same time I was able to kill it. Now 3 more of these. I feel like this one's gonna miss. And yeah, it did drop. Yeah, I feel like the damage was way too severe, and now it's not longer flies as it should. So maybe I should run away and repair.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
What do you mean? I do not see that my gunner is dead on the icon on the left. But he actually is?
Allied forces have captured a zone.
That was a bit too close. Oh, right.
Air 110. Height 300 meters.
Another happy landing. What the heck is going on today with the takeoff on the B7? Suppose that's another newly introduced bug with the new patch. I feel like I didn't play any B7. At least I didn't take off any B7 after the new patch. So here it is, I guess. Glitching out on taking off.
And victory will be ours.
Attention to the designated grid square. Attack the A points.
Please don't kill the SPA. Thanks. Much appreciated. Is that another one? I hope it is.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Yes, it is. Yes, it was. Oh, and I did track that guy, so I guess I can finish up it as well. Oh, there's another SPA. No, it's surrounded.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
It's running away. It's so funny. And the daily is done. Well, not the daily even, the special task. And while this Yak 9 is breaking and losing its flaps, I'm slightly outmaneuvering it, while still carrying 6 bombs. The problem is the other plane that's coming by. No, it should be much lighter than them. Or they can just be distracted by the other plane. Okay, the only real big problem of the B7 is its roll. It's really bad at rolling left and right. But I think that's simply because of how wide its wings are. Because it's supposed to be an air carrier based plane. They were built like this because they needed a short takeoff. They needed a lot of uplifting power. Unfortunately, well, for the Imperial Japan at least, they were unable to build and use the new project of their air carriers. So these planes had no base to use, at least the naval-based one. And as you can see, this game is unable to even leave its freaking battle, which is another reason why this text is over there. Okay, at the very least, dailies are done. Tomorrow's gonna be the 5th mark of distinction. I'm gonna be using this preset as always. 8 battles. No. Let's try something else. Yeah, this will do. 6 battles with 3 kills. Should be easy. Hopefully will be easy. Yeah, B7s are pretty good. Even the B6 is somewhat the same. The only big real problem is that it doesn't have any offensive weaponry in its front. So you'll have to basically run away from the enemy fighters, but you still can use it as the ground destroyer because it's basically capable of carrying the same amount of 60s, I think. No? I feel like it was capable of... Huh. Well, at the very least, all 6 of them are in the middle. What about the other B7, B6? Huh? Strange. I feel like I did use it like I'm using the B7 right now. Strange. Real strange, in my opinion. So you see the starting bombs are on the wings. So you start from left, then another one from the right. Which means you'll have to use the bombing aim and aim a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. First 4 times left, right. Then the rest is in the middle. And you can just aim with the cross itself. And this is the key one I was talking about. It's a much better plane compared to the Henschel 129. And would you look at these shots, half a kilo of TNT and a decent penetration at these ranks, and I feel like it was a kilo previously, but apparently it isn't. I feel like it was, but whatever, I guess. Still, half a kilo of TNT. If it's gonna hit a plane, the plane just gonna disappear. And it even has a turret in its back with a high caliber machine gun. It's better than Henschel in all respects, in my opinion. In all aspects. Okay, this is gonna be enough for today. So, see you next time. Maybe tomorrow, maybe today later, but I don't think I'm gonna be streaming anything today later. So I guess that's gonna be it for now, for today. Bye bye, until next time.